Welcome to another episode of Game Boy Roulette, where we take a look at randomly chosen games from the Game Boy library. Robopon's Son. Never heard of it, but it sounds like an anime. In 1996, a little game called Pokemon came along and pretty much instantly revolutionized RPGs. Okay, maybe revolutionized isn't the right word, but it did end up becoming the best-selling Game Boy game besides Tetris, and of course one of the most profitable franchises ever. And so naturally, other companies scrambled to try to replicate its success with their own games and series based on collecting them all, with just a variation on what them was. Digimon, Beyblade, Dinosaur King, Metabots, heck, even Yu-Gi-Oh! Modified itself to be closer to Pokemon after its massive success. And one of those many ripoffs was Robopon, a game released for the Game Boy Color in 1998 in Japan and North America in 2000. A collaboration with Hudson Soft Developing and Atlas Publishing in the US, it certainly had some talent behind it, but one of the most bizarre features was what was known as the GB Kiss. The cartridge itself had an infrared reader on it that could read from everyday objects. So if you, say, pointed it at a VCR while hitting play, one of your characters might get an upgrade. That's both bizarre, obscure, and actually pretty cool. The cover lays everything on the table. This is a Pokemon ripoff. You could tell me this thing was a Pokemon and I'd completely believe you. And they thought of every possible word they could use other than catch for the tagline. But being a ripoff doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, so how is the game itself? Shade your eyes, everyone, let's check out Robopon's Son. The Hudson Bee. I always thought it was cute. And Atlas. That is, again, a heck of a team up. Yes? This couldn't be more blatant if they tried. Look at this. It's just Pokemon. Robopon's Son version. Look at this! It couldn't be more Pokemon! It's just Pokemon! I'm sure that's a thing. Whatever, let's go. Set, date, and done? I recorded this well in advance, as you can tell. What the? It's identical! It's identical! Look at this! There's the TV, the bookshelves, the computer where I bet I can get a potion. Oh, this is just a cutscene. I'm not actually controlling this. Since this is RPG, I assume we'll be cutting out a lot just to get to the gameplay. Dad, I'm surprised you're actually here. Everyone knows in Pokemon only mothers exist. Son, I've got an important business trip. I knew it. This is still all a cutscene. I can't control. Who's there? Grandpa Hoggle. I need some help. I can hear Grandpa calling from the backyard. Oh, it's gonna give me a choice of 3 Robopons, isn't he? Oh, you're, what? I didn't enter my name or anything. Oh god, the game knows who I am? Or was it Wally? Oh, those are just generic names, okay. I was confused for a second. I only get 4 letters. Whatever. Look how Pokemon it is. There's the fence, there's the houses, there's the trees. It's such a blatant ripoff. Okay, Grandpa, just give me the fire starter and point me in the direction of the first town, please. Is that a Samurai Pizza Cat? My brand new Robopon. Use it with care. Hey, I can play the video game. Let's check out my Robopon. Oh my, I'm like angry at how much of a ripoff this is. Sunny's kind of cute though. No further evolution. Oh, really? They can evolve. It's a level 5 punch. Okay. It's like, it is doing a couple minor things differently, but it's so blatantly Pokemon. Okay, let's get into a Pokemon fight. Or Robopon, whatever. Excuse me, do you know about the legends? Yes. The legends are idolized by all the girls. I bet there's 4 of them, and they are elite. Like, if Pokemon didn't exist, if I didn't know about Pokemon, this seems totally fine. But it's blatant. It's so blatant. Like, unfathomably. I met with the... What did that say? Did that say Elite 8? Elite... They're even calling it the Elite 8. Oh, come on. Who's Briscoe? Okay, similar transition. That is the worst... He even said I'd pick you. Look at that Robopon. It begs for the sweet release of death. Fight... There's a normal attack, there's a fire attack. It uses a P... What's P? Oh my god. Oh, it's dead. Rats, I'm gonna go tell Briscoe. Who's Briscoe? Should I care about who Briscoe is? Lisa's in trouble. Can you help her? Sure. At least I'm not a silent protagonist. Oh, what? Okay, so you just get Robopon from people rather than catching them. What's happening? Oh, dear Lord. Why is this happening to me? An energy ball. Please insert panel. What? Again, I'm sure these are game mechanics I can figure out, but it's a little perplexing. How do I... What? Tools. I kind of love this thing, though. No, the leaves. This music is giving me a hangover. Yeah, who is Briscoe? Apparently I know him. Okay, bye, strange girl who I don't know. Let's get into one more fight, but, like, I am just gobsmacked by the sheer blatancy of this. Looks like you just fast travel between towns, too. So yeah, rather than catch, you just sort of talk to people and then Robopons occur. Okay, so this is the laboratory, which I'm assuming is also... Yeah, this might as well be a Pokemon Center, I'm guessing. I know I've only talked about how much this is like Pokemon, but... I mean, look at it. It really is. Hey, what do I do here? Let's beat him up. Cut to me lying on the ground covered in blood and robot parts. Let's see Briscoe. Oh, hey! It's my rival. I need a participation certificate. What? Wait, the Legend 7? Wait, I thought it was the Legend 8. No, it was the Elite 8 and the Legend 7. Oh my god, I don't care. I'm sorry, I just cannot keep playing this. It's doing nothing differently. What's this beeping? Hey, a note from Grandpa that fell out of the sky. It's Pokemon, just not as good. I know I haven't played that much, but there's nothing else I need to say about it, you know? I'm sure it's fine. It seems to play fine and look fine, and there's nothing effectively wrong with the gameplay. But that's because it stole blatantly from another series, a popular series. Oh, wait. Oh, you can just run into Robopons randomly. Such as this head, Cobalt. You, sir, are no Voltorb. Did I mention what game Robopon is like? I feel like I didn't mention that. You know, before I get to the big points yet again, I want to stress that Robopon Sun is not in fact a bad game. It looks quite nice for the Game Boy, it controls well for an RPG, and it has a lot of settings and interactivity. The gameplay is standard turn-based combat and works well. Even the designs of the Robopon are kind of fun, both robotic and adorable. If we were looking at this game in a vacuum, I'd probably say overall it was an enjoyable, if a bit slow and formulaic, handheld RPG. But this isn't a vacuum, and I know I said this a lot, but it needs to be repeated that this is a blatant Pokemon ripoff. The graphics are Pokemon, the gameplay is Pokemon, the style is Pokemon. There are even just over 150 Robopon in the game. They aren't even trying to hide it. So yeah, it's good, but it's not good because it's doing its own thing. It's good because it ripped off something that was also good. Maybe there were a few minor tweaks to the gameplay, but that's it. They're minor. So giving this one a positive recommendation feels like cheating. In fact, all I can do is reiterate the one thing I've said before. It's just Pokemon. But now that I think about it, maybe Mew was hiding in the truck in this game. And that's all for another episode of Game Boy Roulette. Make sure to subscribe so you can follow the series as we continue to dig through the Game Boy Vault. I'm BrianJ, and I'll see you next time.